Welcome to Verum Securitas Vault application. After opening our app, the first thing we can see is the login page. The login page requires the following details for authorization. Enter name, password, VMS passphrase. For enhanced security, an optional VMS passphrase can be used. A new user will have to create an individual account. An email request has to be made. A return email from the administrator will request certain personal details. A registration confirmation shall be effected by a coded confirmation sent to your personal email, or by SMS. Before logging into the application, we can manage our individual account to make changes to the individual details. The following options are available. We can recover our forgotten data. Name, password, VMS passphrase, or we can change our login data. We can now go back to the login page and log into our application to see how it works. In the top left corner of the main page we have a menu showing 5 navigational icons. From left to right. New, to select Drive and create a new container. Open, to select Drive and open an existing container. Recent, to return to recently opened drives. Key Management, to create VMS for encryption, keybox, and keys. For further details please refer the video chapter covering VMS management. Edit User, to edit personal data and preferences. Additionally, we can manage the preferred security level, which progressively enhances encryption in Verum Securitas Vault application. Basic security level. Elevated security level. High security level. For full understanding of these functions, please read the manual. Finally, bulletin board. This is a simple messenger for secure communication between users. This can also be used to attach a public key and forward it to a shared container. For more information on how to create shared container using bulletin board, please refer the video chapter entitled Creating a Shared Container. How to create a new container and encrypt it. Click on New. Here we have a list of drives. Any drive can contain encrypted containers. This is the root directory to our containers. Select any drive. Here we are going to create our container by importing files. We can put any type of file, and as many as we want into the container. An empty container represents our workplace. On the top left-hand side of our workplace, we have a menu showing 5 icons. To select and open an existing container. To save, or save as, our container. To import files into our container. Or to import template, empty files to our container. How to import files to our container. We have 3 options. Option 1, import files. When the dialog is open, we can find and select any file. Let's select all, and import it. Option 2. Open a template file. In the dialog, we have a list of most popular documents. This is an empty template. Select any. Option 3. Import from any outside window. We can select as many as we want. Drag and drop files and folders with all directories. When work on the file is completed, we can save it by the encryption of our container. The first time we save the file, we are asked what key we want to select for this encryption. When we make registration, your account has some default options. We have one default key box, with one symmetric key inside. In further chapter, I will show you how to manage VMS. This is your key box. Click on it. Inside the key box, there are a selection of keys. Select one. The container is now encrypted. Insert name. Press save. Now we have container inside of selected drive. How to open an existing container. Select drive. Drive represents a space for your containers. This is more about self-organization of your directories and folders from the menu, Drives. This setup depends on you. For more details, please refer to section on drive management. Let's select any of them. Open dialog displays a list of containers. Open one of them. This is the drive name. And this is the container name. Inside of that container we have our decrypted files. And now we have access to our workplace. We can work with our files. We can open any, change content, and click Save. We can edit file name, or delete it. We can create folders and drag and drop files into it. As you can see, we have every principal type of operation on files and folders inside of our workplace. Let's open the second container. Select a different drive. Open a dialog and choose Container. Now we have two containers. We can swap folders and files between them by dragging and dropping them. This relationship between two open containers represents an easy and secure way of transferring files. We have an alternative way of opening an existing container. There is no need to open the Vault application and select the container inside it. Just click on the container PSFS icon and then log in to application. Once logged in, we can see our container. This allows for an easier and faster way to access our containers. Assuming you are authorized to access these PSFS files, you can then alternate it between the two. Only you have access to this. When you select a container which doesn't belong to you, you will see this message. How to create keys for container encryption. Key box management. This is our list of key boxes. Right now we have only one key box. Let's create a new one. Enter name. This checkbox tells you what type of key box you would like to create. Let's mark group and press save. Now we have two types of key boxes, a single and a group key box. Select a single key box. Inside we have one default symmetric key. We're going to add another key. On the top we can enter or generate passphrases. Every time we open this page, passphrase is generated randomly. Enter name. We can create another symmetric key, or private key. I am creating a private one by marking RSA. Now I have a single group box with two keys. I can use any of them for my private encryption. Go back to my group box. Its application is different than a single key box. Here we don't create keys, but only import IDs of private keys. To import key we need to go back to a single key box and copy private key ID to our group box. Select a group box, press upload, edit the name if you want to, and press save. Open a group box. And now, in this group box we have keys ID, which we call a public key. Group box can contain public keys from other users. We can use this group box to encrypt a shared container. Now when we save a new container, we have an option to select encryption.